Hello everyone and welcome back to Ravenport. In the last episode we did all the H's, we harvested the wheat, we sold some horses, we dished out some hay, and then we also did some honey production and selling as well. But yes, wanted to start off this session by showing you the new garage that I have placed. Yep, I've placed a new garage. I sold the one that we'd placed previously for our honey factory. The reason being is, for some reason, the honey extractor would not release the empty honeycombs within the old shed. However, it does work properly in this shed. I have tested it, so when we do our next batch of honey, we'll be able to easily empty out the honeycombs that are empty without having to click and drag it out of the building, which is much nicer. And I feel like this garage is a more appropriate size for what we needed, and it fits the gator with the trailer that I've picked up from the farm. So we're all set, and I'm happy with this setup now, which is great. So we're going to leave this be for today. I'm happy as well that this garage is a bit smaller, so it gives us space to run down and drive this way down to the road, and just means more access round the field and round the garages as well. Cool, but what are we doing today? So first and foremost, we've got to bale up this wheat straw, which we harvested last time. So I'm going to jump in the class Axion. We'll get to the fast baler, start baling up, after which we will have to collect our bales on the bale trailer. And then after that, we're going to get busy preparing the field. And by preparing the field, I mean we're going to be dishing out the usual digestate, slurry, and manure if we need it. And then we'll be looking to sow some corn. So yeah, that is the plan for today. It's all about this field here. First bale will be grass, I think, as it's still got some from last time. Yes, we'll get this baling job done, and then we'll get on to collecting the bales and prepping the field. Okay, that's all the bales processed. A couple of patches at the end there that we needed to collect up. Couldn't miss any little bits. No. But 96% straw left in the baler, which will make for a real fast bale next time. I can't believe the pace of that baler. The tractor was going a good 12 mile an hour for some of the parts. It really is fast, and then not having to stop to unload is such a benefit. It just adds so many minutes to the baling time. It's unreal. So let's get both covers closed, and we are in collecting, so we're good to go. Yep, let's get these bales loaded. Okay, all the bales collected, one silage included. Let's just get these emptied off here where the straw belongs. And we will roll you over to the silage. Hello? Is it going to appear? Hey, there we go. Good stuff. Cool. So yeah, the auto loader baler, as I should say, makes super slick work of that. I know it's good to pick up the bales manually for the realism, but just for a time factor, sometimes I opt to, well, most of the time really, I opt to pick up the bales using the autoloader. Same for logs. Yeah, can't always play for too long, so I could sink so many hours into picking up bales and logs. Cool, so we're going to go on to spreading to prep the first level of fertiliser for the field. So we'll hop in the JCB that's got the manure spreader already rigged up. We've got 5,800 litres of digestate, and then about 9,000 litres of slurry. Sorry, not manure, slurry when I last checked. So we can get started with this. Just going to use a bit of a GPS to help get the right spread. Don't want to be overlapping and wasting. Cool, so we're set up, just realign it. Double check the auto width. And then, yeah, I think we're good. We can turn the lines off now. So, let's go. Okay, so that's us done with the digestate already. So it's over to the slurry. I really do need to work out how much litre of natural fertiliser we need to do this field, because we often come up short and we have to use lots of different types. And it can get just a little bit annoying. It'd be nice to just have one natural fertiliser to use for the whole thing. Cool, so slurry gone as well. Not worth me using that last 1% in there. So we'll switch over to using the manure. Oh, so luckily it looks like we've got quite a lot of manure, which is handy. Okay, so we filled up the manure spreader. Seems that the GPS auto width is doing its usual fun and games, and first of all saying it's a little bit wider than it actually is. So just have to try it a few times, and normally it then wakes up a bit. I need to unfold it first, that would help. So yeah, I thought we'd have more than 7,000 litres of manure, just because we picked up quite a lot of 2,000 litres worth buckets. But then I guess only 3 pickups is 2,000 apiece, so 6,000 plus a couple hundred each load. So yeah, 7,000 probably makes sense. So we missed a little strip there, but that's okay. Okay, so that's it. Manure done. We are out of digestate, out of slurry, and out of manure. Oh. This is one of the reasons why in a previous session I mentioned we really need to expand the animal operations, primarily the cows, and also it might be useful to look at getting pigs as well. Obviously because the cows and pigs produce the slurry and manure. We do seem to get quite a lot of digestate. I maybe don't do it as often as I should, but mowing the far field in the distance and baling the grass and wrapping it to make silage to then put in the BGA really does make quite a lot of money from burning the silage, and then as a byproduct it also makes a lot of digestate, which is good for fertilizing our field. So yeah, we're going to have to scale up operations of animals and also silage making at some point. But for now, we'll just have to use man-made fertilizer. Man-made fertilizer? Synthetic fertilizer? Not sure what the term should be, but yeah. Cool, so we want to add a bit more seed to this. And we will also add liquid fertilizer. Whilst that's filling, yep, so as I mentioned previously, I'm going to start staggering the fields because it's a little bit too much to sort of prep them and plant them and sort of treat them and then harvest them all at the same time, all the fields. So what I'm going to do from now on is, obviously we're prepping and planting this field today. Then we're going to move on to the field number 23, harvest the oat that's there. The oat is going to the horses, and then we'll bale up the oat straw and then prep this field and then sow this field. And then after that, I'm hoping to then buy fields 22, 21 and 20 to be able to make one big field. But the plan is we'll sort of do a field at a time rather than planting, and then having huge harvests at any time. So we're going to stagger the fields, which will also help with the supply of digestate, slurry and manure to try and make it so we have enough natural fertiliser to prep each field. But yes, we will need to upscale the animal operation to make sure we've got enough natural fertiliser. Cool, so we'll get this unfolded. It's corn we're after. So I'm going to do the headland and then probably leave the rest till the worker and make ourselves busy with some other jobs. Okay, so the helper is away, and yep, because we part naturally fertilised the field, we're going to have some that is fertilised to the second level, and then this bottom section of field 24 is only going to be fertilised to the first level. So we'll have to come back and spread some fertiliser for that. Cool, well we'll leave the worker planting the rest of the corn. It'll be nice to have this is the first time sowing and planting rather, and harvesting corn, so that will be good to try out. Okay, so just thinking about what else we can set our attention to. We prepped this field. We're now planting it with corn. So I think we're probably good to move over to some honey. So yeah, the honey factory is right near the biomass plant and barn. So let's go in and take a little look. Cool. So Gator is in here. What I'll do is I'm just gonna get in that and move it over to this side, because it is this side where we will be loading some of the honey. Okay. Cool. So the process of the plant is much like before. So empty honeycombs will come in on the left hand side and end up here. Sorry, full honeycombs with honey that we've taken out of the hives will come through here and be placed here. Then the honey extractor is here. So we will place full honeycombs into the honey extractor. Can take 4 at a time. We'll let that work. And then the empty honeycombs will be placed here, which then get recycled back into the hives. And then these are the empty honey boxes or pots, honey pots, which get placed onto the honey bottling plant. This processes the bottling. There's some that are full here already, so I will remove them. And then it's got 12 litres of honey still to bottle these empty bottles with. So now these are filled with honey, we can move them into the crate that is going to have the full honey pots in. And then this crate is what will get loaded into here to then take to the farm shop. I hope. There we go. Cool, that is busy. We will get this here, emptying the honey. And we better go check out on the worker, because he said he was stuck. But he's not stuck anymore, so that is good. So honey goes back in the plant, into the honey bottler. Put this fresh one here. And then I need to put some more bottles there. Oh god, making a right mess. And then we need to remove full ones there. Cool. Okay, so that's got a bit of honey in it. We'll leave that there. Move this pot out of the way. Now we have got to take the empty honeycombs out of here. So yeah, as I showed last time, I couldn't properly extract the empty honeycombs from this honeycomb extractor, but now we can, 2 at a time, which is really good. So that was the main reason for getting the new shed and swapping it from the previous one, because yeah, it was just a bit annoying and not quite right that we had to drag this honey extractor outside to be able to empty it. It just didn't make much sense. So cool, so we get some more honey loaded up. Oh, I thought if I give it a little shake it's going to straighten up, but all it's going to do is flip them upside down. They can be upside down ones if they don't want to stay up straight. Cool, so 2 more. We need 1 more set of bottles. Cool, so that is our lot of the bottles. We don't have any more now, so we're going to have to go back to the shop and get some bottles at some point, which we'll do. Let's collect up the honey of that. So let's jump in the gator and take the honey to the farm shop. Let's go this way today. Cool, so open the trailer up, take the crate out, and all we do is take them out. Ah, okay, so I think the shop is full. So what we'll do is we'll leave these at the back. And they might auto-load, they might not, but I think the farm shop is full. Yes, it has 80 glasses. So I think one of these automatically spawned into the farm when we drove near it and pulled this crate off. So we'll leave this crate here and it will naturally empty into the farm shop. The farm shop only takes 80 at a time. But yeah, you can see lots of stacks of honey in there, which is great. So we'll leave that there. Take the gator back up to the top. I like the speed of this skater. It's like a little go-kart. Cool. So I thought I wasn't going to do much with honey today, and here we are doing some honey production stuff, which is all good. I quite like the honey mod. So last thing to do for the honey is to get these empty honeycombs back into the hives. So we'll lift this up into there. Whilst trying not to throw them about everywhere. Cool. So yeah, these have got some honeycombs that need to go back in. These do as well. So it's frisbee time. Getting quite good at 3-pointers for honeycombs. So I think we've got one spare honeycomb, which is all good. Just checking the numbers on each one. Excellent. So yeah, the honey production is a bit of a rolling process. When there are a certain amount of honeycombs ready, come and empty them. When you've got a bit of a batch of full honeycombs, get them processed through the extractor. Bottle up the honey when you've got bottles, obviously, and then get that over to the farm shop. That is the process, and it's quite good. I enjoy the process. and I'm very pleased with our honey factory. Cool, so let's head back to the farm. The planter has missed a couple of spots, so we'll have to tidy that up for him. It's mainly due to the terrain. Although it seems to get worse as we go on. I never used to leave gaps as big as this. And then all you do is go the other way and it seems to sort itself out. You can kind of see where there's the big dips, where it doesn't quite like the terrain. The planter is definitely more sensitive than the seeder, the crop seeder is. It seems to require more of a level field, which is good, I guess. You know, that's what it would be in real life. So cool. I think I'm happy with leaving those little bits. So that has been the session today. We baled up the wheat. We prepped the field with as much natural fertiliser as we had available, and then we started planting our corn, which we will have to return to after we've started dealing with the other fields. So field 23 that's got oats, we'll have to harvest that next time and bale it, and then afterwards we'll get the field prepped for the next harvest. And then the session after that, so maybe a couple of sessions time, is when we're going to buy our 3 fields down the end of the road, which we are going to extend and clear the space surrounding. So yeah, lots to do, lots coming up. So yeah, it's field 20, 21 and 22 that we're going to buy, and we're going to expand all this area to make one big long field. So there's going to be lots of clearing, lots of tree felling, and this time rather than just deleting trees, I'm going to see about processing the trees for wood chips and sell those. So we'll be buying a wood chipper and getting on with that. But yeah, that is it for today. Also worth mentioning that we managed to get some honey processed today as well. I feel like that's going to be a common thing for us to do. Cool. Yeah, that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Any tips or advice or anything you'd like me to do, feel free to leave a comment. As always, any likes and subscribes are much appreciated. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Cheers then. Bye bye now.